Hello everyone, welcome to Felipe's Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at this latest LEGO Ninjago set, the Crystal King. So this set contains 722 pieces and really 110 New Zealand dollars. This set has been available in Europe since the 1st of June, but in Australia and New Zealand and also in the US, it's only started popping up in store recently. And the price I mentioned might change because there's a price increase coming from the 1st of August, so I'm not sure if the price I mentioned is the already increased price. But anyway, I bought this with a 15% discount. It comes with 5 excellent minifigures, and of course you get to build this very awesome looking Crystal King. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's get started. So before I talk about the details of this awesome looking Crystal King, I usually don't buy a Ninjago set, but this set, when it announced, really caught my eyes because it's a really looking mech. So I don't usually buy mech, but I think, proportion wise and the design wise, it's a really unique and a cool looking build. And you can see from different angles, it's a really cool looking Lego set. And because it has 4 legs, so it's not going to fall easily. And I really enjoyed the building experience as well. It felt refreshing to me, maybe because I'm not really a mech fan, so I don't have much Lego mech except for a few ones. But even compared to the few ones I have, it's having a really unique building experience. There are only a few stickers to give it a bit more exterior detail, but to me, having all these little small crystal pieces, it's just icing on the cake. And got this typical building technique to build the tail, and you can have different articulation on the tail as well. And to be honest, this is really a display piece in my opinion, because it doesn't have much articulation apart from the hands, the arms, but the legs is not much, really just the back legs with the articulation point on here, and also just the foot, especially the front leg. So this joint and this joint here are stationary, so you can't adjust the angle, so you can't really make the Crystal King roaring or standing like this because the front part is too heavy and the back legs is not big enough to support the front weight. And the front feet is a very similar building technique compared to the back feet. And of course, the articulation point is really, the foot here and the toes. The wing and the back can only move in this angle. You can open and close it. There's not much here, but it's a really cool looking wings. Now the arm nose can move a lot more angle. You've got this shoulder armor here. You can move up and you can move down. The hands also can twist and turn, and also you can move around the fingers. Although the hands itself is a bit big compared to the overall proportion, but I think it's fine because it's not really a kind of realistic animal. So as a mech or as some kind of magical creatures, I'm totally fine with the hands looking bigger compared to other parts of the body. And the highlight for me, right, the claws design is really cool and really menacing, and it's quite sharp as well. It's actually hurt if you get pinched by the fingernails. And you can see here they use the clip there, so to simulate the Crystal King mech holding his weapon, and the weapon is actually look quite menacing. The torso is a cool build, but it's pretty hard. It's the most difficult part to put together, not because the building technique is difficult, but for me, I like to have things gonna align properly. This is where it's the most difficult because it's various part, and it's not this part is quite stationary that you can pivot the position. So it took me sometimes to align both sides, especially this part here. You can see there's a short pole like piece to keep all 3 pieces here stationary. And of course, you can open up the torso and put the Crystal King minifigure inside, so he can control this massive Crystal King. It never, explicitly called a mech, but It's okay, how whatever you want to cause it. And here you go, and I can't close it with the minifigure holding the weapons, but of course if you once you remove the weapons you can put the minifigure inside and close it off. One reason this Crystal King looks really cool is because the head design is pretty cool, and the building technique here is also quite well, at least as I mentioned, I never built something like this before. It's actually used some interesting part to create the eyes and the eyebrows, and there's also a bit more articulation for the head. And here are the 5 minifigures included in this set. These are all excellent minifigures, and one of the other reason that I bought this set, not just because the Crystal King looks really cool, but you've got new minifigures here, which we're going to go through in details now. First, we've got Lloyd here, obviously the main character from Ninjago. For me, I never watched the show, so I can't really give you much background information on the individual characters. But funny enough, this set is full of the bad guys, because you only get one ninja in this particular set. I think this is a new design for the torso and the legs, and it's a really cool printing. You've got the sword, 2 swords, and this is the single piece ninja helmet, and underneath of course you've got Lloyd's typical facial expression, and you got 2 design here. Unfortunately this time they didn't include any hairpiece, so this is the only way you display Lloyd in this set. And you have this minifigure here, which according to the package is the character called Harumi, and she has some really detailed printing on the torso and the legs as well, and of course back printing. You got this hairpiece in white color. I think this time, I think recently LEGO changed the material, so it's no longer the rubbery material. It's more like hard plastic, and for her you've got 2 facial expression as well. And then we have the Crystal King minifigure. You can see here the unique helmet piece. It's actually just the visor. You can open it up and see the Crystal King face. It's a pretty cool piece here. And if you remove the helmet, you can see this shoulder piece is new. This one is in gray color. I really like this shoulder piece, and very detailed printing on the torso and the legs as well. It's an excellent minifigure. And finally, we have the 2 minifigures I really wanted when I saw this set announced. On the left, you've got the Fenchstone's Guard, and on the right, you've got the Fenchstone's Warrior. Pretty much just, goons from the Crystal King's army, but these 2 minifigures are really cool. Just looking at the printing is, excellent printing. The legs, you've got that clear material on the legs and also on one of the arms. And you can see the new shoulder piece, but in this, color, well, pinkish violet color. And the cool thing is that we've got these new weapon pieces, and the head piece is also brand new. They're identical, but it's a really cool one. You can see here, the clear material, jewel molded. It'll be interesting if you put some lights inside, and you're gonna get some cool effect from this particular headpiece, and it's gonna be useful not just as a minifigure, but if you want to create some sort of decoration on some cars, so it's also going to look really cool. And these are 2 excellent minifigure. I wish Brick and Pieces is still open, that I can order an army of this. And this is the Crystal King. I really like this set. I think this is a really cool looking set, with cool building experience. And I really like it, and I think it's going to look awesome on any shelf. And the minifigures included are also excellent as well. And the only thing that can be improved on this set is maybe add a bit more, articulation point, or having a stronger back leg, so you can give the Crystal King different poses. Pricing itself without discount can be a bit high, but from the building experience and how it looks, and the minifigures included, I think it's worth the price. It looks like it's going to be a formidable opponent for the Dragon of the East. but I still think it's going to be outmatched by the Monkey King mech. Let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you like this video, remember to subscribe to my channel for more upcoming updates, and I'll see you next time.